And I got this Remington 1100 in from a buddy of mine to work on. This is the 3-inch Magnum version, where most of them are 2 3/4. What I did, I took the forearm off. I got the barrel pulled out of the receiver, and I got the ring and the piston and the O-ring out of the barrel so we can see it. This O-ring's hard as a rock. Now he said he took it to a turkey shoot. He dropped one round of 2 3/4 in it, and when he shot it, it wouldn't eject it. It come halfway out and hit, so it didn't go back far enough. I just shot one and out in the rain, no problem. I should have put 2 in, but it's raining like hell out. But I come in, I pulled this apart, and like I say, that O-ring's pretty damn dry. And if you slide this barrel, see if I can do this. You slide that barrel back in the gun. Hold on a minute here. Okay, I got the barrel back in the gun. I got it all together. Let me set it up here. You gotta. Now that might slide forward because I got the forearm off, but look how hard this hits this O-ring, right? Or this ring right here. That don't always go back up in there when you shoot until your action shuts. But when I opened the gun after I shot it, that thing was like right there. So you figure the next time it slams shut, it hits that pretty hard. That thing's all roughed up. And I looked, they make a newer setup for that. See, that's up in the barrel now. Actually up in against the that O-ring and that. Yeah, there it is, right there. Now I'm thinking about just pulling that all off there and ordering a new style. These fit the 1100, the 8, what is that, 1187. Both take this same ring setup and O-ring. That's a number 33 O-ring. I had to laugh. I went in and got my 1100. I just been talking about not using my trap range for years. I figure it's been 5 or 6 years since I had this gun out. I went to close it. Watch this. Let me hit the button. What's this handle right there? How slow that's going compared to that other one banging shut. Man, that thing must be dirty. But I did pull the forearm off and look at the O-ring and that in this, and it looks a little fatter than that one over there. Like maybe that's not the correct O-ring. This O-ring looks real skinny in diameter, not in the circumference, but the diameter. Now I know I have one of the new replacements. What they do is they give you 2 pieces here that snap together, and then this and then the O-ring. So instead of 3 pieces, you get a 4-piece kit in the new style. And the new style is a replacement for this old style for some reason, so it must be better. But I have one somewhere, and I could have swear, once I was working with it, I could have swear it was hanging right on this wall here. All the time I get new parts, I just staple them to the wall here. And I look behind that picture. That's my old house where my mom lived when I was young. My mother had that picture painted from a picture. And in the real picture, I'm leaning against the door. That was my first day ever I went to work, and on the way home, just as I was going in the door, the neighbor lady yelled, "Hey!" I turned around, she took my picture and gave it to me. But my mother gave that picture to a woman in Florida, and she painted that picture. But anyway, back to guns. Somewhere here, among all this bullshit, I have that new style replacement gas system for that gun. I had bought 3 of them, and I know I used 2. I had one that I was going to put in my rifle out there, but I would sacrifice it right now for the cause to get that rifle fixed if I could. I did find, which I was been looking for, these little blocks you put on a 1022 Ruger, and then it'll use the Ruger factory rings instead of like Weaver rings or something. And I'm picking any rail. These 2 little blocks. Somebody made these for me. I bought 2 sets of them. 1 set's on my Charger. I swore that O-ring would have been. I sent one of them fly reels to an Eskimo. You wonder why an Eskimo would buy a fly reel in Pennsylvania, huh? Oddest thing. I could have swore I stapled that right there to that wall. Yeah, I know, I'm unorganized as hell. Look. Thompson machine gun stock and butt plate. Thompson Tommy gun butt plate. That I got that in British Columbia, I think. This is a new style, new butt plate, or used butt plate. I bought one for my, I can't think of the name of that. It looks like a Thompson, but it's not. But anyway, I bought one and he sent it to me. I never got it, so he sent me another one. And like a year later, I got that other one in the mail. I guess because it was out of state, or out of the country, you know. Must have got held up in customs or something. I think those are, I'm not sure what they were for. Winchester Model 70, yeah. Some Mossberg shims. You shoot your Mossberg, these are handy. You put them, you loosen your stock and you slide them in either from the bottom or the top. If you have trouble, if you pull your gun up, you're shooting high, you put that in from the top and it'll make you shoot low. If you're shooting low all the time, you loosen your stock, you slide that in from the bottom, tighten your stock back up, and it'll make you shoot higher. They're pretty handy little thing. And you can double them up even if you have to, till you get yourself shot in. They don't do nothing for right or left. How's that trigger to Remington? A new trigger for this gun laying out here on the table. The only defect in these making hunting rifles out of these old Mausers was the safety. Now this one's converted to a side safety. I'm going to take it out, and it's already got a chimney trigger in there, but don't have the safety on the side. So I got to pull it out. I got to cut the wood, or grind the wood out a little bit here, and then it'll have a side safety. And I even got the, what's that man working? Right here. This is the shield you replace when you take the safety off of the bolt. That was nice and shiny. It got rusty on me. I'll just set that out there so I can get that done. When you take this little side piece off here, you replace it, that whole nose cone, the porterized nose cone they call it. That's a 30-06 Mauser and 30-06 Mauser. So I said that too fast. That is a 98 Mauser in 30-06. That's what I wanted to say. It's a pretty good shooting gun for just a little military rifle. Alright, well, I wanted to make a gun video. I ain't made one in a while. Figured I'd do it while I check out this gun. Yeah, if you felt Remington, guys, if you felt that O-ring, you'd say, get a new one. It's hard as a rock. So like I say, this thing's got a pretty big gap right there. And as hard as that thing's getting beat up in there every time, I'm figuring I might as well go for the whole piece. Since this is a Magnum rifle. Alright, well, like I try to say all the time, and sometimes I forget, that is my story. And I'm sticking to it. Everybody have a good day.